All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. What a weekend of sports we're going to have. This is going to be incredible. We are starting things off, obviously, with Everton versus Man United, Watchalong. And straight after this, obviously, we've got Southampton versus Chelsea. It's going to be mad. And then right after all of that, obviously there'll be a review after the Chelsea versus Southampton game. There'll be the review of that game, and then right after that, there's actually a premiere for the Manchester City versus Liverpool. So it's action-packed, content after content after content. We've got you covered big time, and then obviously we'll do the watch along for the big match of the weekend. You know, the title decider, quite possibly, in terms of Manchester City versus Liverpool tomorrow. This weekend is going to be mad. Hope all you guys are doing well. Let me know how you're feeling. I mean, this is a big match for Everton. I mean, we could possibly see if Everton lose this, I don't know. I'm really worried about Frank Lampard and his future. So this is what I've got in the title. Can Frank Lampard avoid getting relegated? Avoid getting sacked and relegated as well. I mean, Everton, what a news this would be, ladies and gentlemen. Everton to be relegated. This is pretty huge. If they're to be relegated, this is a big club that's, flirting around the relegation zone, which is quite crazy. Shout out to each and every one of you guys that have joined in. Please smash the like button. The likes are very important, ladies and gentlemen. It is imperious for the growth of this channel. So please smash the like button. It's great for the algorithm as well, the algorithm boys out there. Make sure you smash the like button, and then, if you're here for the first time, subscribe. If you hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content as well. We'll have a look at the lineup very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? I mean, what's the fate of Everton? Are they going to get relegated? Is Frank Lampard going to be able to keep them up? Is Frank Lampard really a manager? Or I've been saying it all along, I don't even think Frank Lampard should really be in management. I think he would be an awesome pundit. And I'm not really sure why he's pursuing to be a manager so desperately, when I think his career as a pundit would be pretty excellent, to be honest. Legend of the game, no doubt about that, but management is not for everyone. Big up to you, Vinny. Big up, Miz. Hope you're good, my man. Moved house today. Congratulations, my man. Hopefully you have a very nice house, and you're enjoying your new place. Jeff Knightley, good to see you, my man. Big up, Ms. Raka. We want Everton relegated. Wow. Justice Enyuinga, good to see you. Big up, Ms. my man. Good to see you big time. Big up to you as well, Justice. Let's bring up the lineup. Let's have a look at this lineup, ladies and gentlemen. What's your thoughts? Can Man United get a win, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, they're in the mud. They could quite possibly look at finishing maybe in Europa, maybe in Conference League. You know what I mean? Like, it's looking desperate times for them. This is the Everton side, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Pickford in goalkeeping position, Seamus Coleman, Ben Godfrey, Michael Keane, Vitaly Mykolenko, Fabian Delph, Alex Iwobi in midfield, Anthony Gordon, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Richarlison up front. I mean, it's an okay team. It's a team. I'm very surprised that they're flirting around in the relegation zone. It shouldn't be a team that should be anywhere near that zone. Players like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I'm very surprised that this has been a flop season for them. Like, they were flying. I mean, Dominic Calvert-Lewin was a player that I was actually thinking is worthy enough to possibly, maybe one day play for Chelsea. I mean, as an outside chance. Like, I love his aerial ability. I love his, everything that he was doing last season and the season before. He was doing well. His link up was getting better. He's got a bit of burst of pace as well. But this season, everything's sort of gone sideways. Richarlison is a very good player. Alan is a very good player. In the back line, they've got Seamus Coleman. I mean, it's decent enough, I felt, that they really shouldn't be flirting around in the relegation area. This is the Man United team, ladies and gentlemen. Star-studded team. Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Nemanja Matic, Fred, Alex Telles, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, David De Gea. I mean, Harry Maguire, he's the suspect at the back. It'll be interesting to see how Fred does. Generally with Matic, it's a better combination as opposed to McTominay. Bruno Fernandes will be interesting to see how he links up. Marcus Rashford as well. He's been really poor, ladies and gentlemen, this entire season. So I want to see how he performs. And obviously, bad boy Cristiano Ronaldo up front with Jadon Sancho just on the sides in the wings. So let's see what happens there. This is the bench. I mean, not too many big names to talk about in Everton, besides, I suppose, Demarai Gray, Dele Alli. He's been poor as well. Where is Donny van der Beek? Is he injured or something? He must be injured. This is the Man United bench, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Jones, Diego Dalot, Paul Pogba, Juan Mata, Lingard, Elanga. Yeah, it's an okay bench. So that's the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Score prediction. Let me know your score prediction as well. I'd love to know what you think is going to happen in this match from your perspective. I mean, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is a match. I don't know. Like, I definitely don't want Man United to get anything out of it. I want them to absolutely rot. But at the same time, I'm like, it might sound a bit sad, but I need this brother to realize that he's not a manager. Like, I want Frank Lampard to be a pundit. And if he's able to keep Everton alive, which great for Everton, no doubt, everyone's going to start thinking that Frank Lampard is some sort of a genius manager. He's got a lot to learn. He's got a lot to learn. And I think he's been thrown into the deep end way too quickly. Obviously, he did really well, Chelsea, no doubt about that. That first season, especially with a transfer ban and the players that we had, we came top 4, made it to the FA Cup final. But the second season, obviously, he was found out. But I feel like had he had 2 to 3 seasons in the Championship, perhaps that would have been perfect for him. But we'll see what happens. Digital Film Reviews, good to see you, my man. Pray for Lampard. Hope he beats the scum. I mean, look, yeah, at the end of the day, I don't want to see Man United get any points. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this game. Come on, Everton from Sungula. Good to see you. Digital Film Reviews. 2-2. Man U played better with Matic, but Everton playing for their lives. Lampard needed to get these wings before trying to slide so high. Yeah, I mean, Lampard's tactics with the high line and whatnot, it's just, you don't have the facilities, my man. You don't have the facilities to play like that. It's interesting how he's setting up against some of these teams. I recently saw them against Spurs, and they got absolutely demolished. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they set up against Man United. Don't want Lampard to get sacked. Emmanuel Frank. Yeah, look, the only reason I'm thinking about it that way is that I personally think he's not a manager. That's the only thing. I personally don't think he's a manager. I'd rather him a pundit. I'd rather he go into a career that I think he's going to be a super hit. And I think as a pundit, he's going to be an absolute super hit. As a manager, I'm not entirely sure. But he needs some humbling. Emmanuel Frank. Yeah, look, what best way to get humbling besides getting sacked the second time? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, Everton getting relegated, that would be very strange. That's like back in the days when Leeds got relegated a long time ago, and boy, it took them, 12, 16 years or something like that to come back to the top division. So once you go down this path, it's dangerous times. Let me just sort out my stream. Ricardo, good to see you. The players are just about to come out. I can't see Everton beating Man U. Justice, smash the like button. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like hit button, please. I feel like Everton is going to get battered, unfortunately. The Man United team, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I'm very surprised that with the caliber of players they have, I know they're a bit disjointed. They were disjointed last season as well. They weren't really playing as a team, but I just thought they have enough individual brilliance to be a lot higher than what they are, and it's quite amazing where they're dwindling around. Really amazing where they're dwindling around. They could possibly finish seventh, which is quite embarrassing for the caliber of players that they have. Man United players coming out, ladies and gentlemen. But having said that, Man United, there's too much talent there. I feel like there's too much talent for them to not win today. But then again, this Man United team lost against Middlesbrough as well in the FA Cup, and they've been not that great in the Premier League. And they're coming up against a team that's been not that great as well. So kind of even things out. Jeff Knightley, I'd be sad to see them go. Yeah, I mean, it's a big club, man. Everton's not your Mickey Mouse club. Let's put it that way. Emmanuel Frank, it would be worse because they spend a lot of money on average players. Yeah, man, that's another club that is run so poorly. Everton Football Club. It's not like they don't spend. They do spend, but they've been spending on real rubbish players. Digital Fan Reviews, thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciate everyone that provides super Saturday. I was going to say that provides super chats to the channel. It goes a long way. Thank you so much. Lampard is defensively naive. I remember him saying he wished he'd listened to Mourinho more when he was playing. Might have learned how to defend. Yeah, look, this was the issue when he was our manager as well. Defensively, we looked so open, much like the last couple of games that Chelsea has been playing. We looked just like that. And it seems like he's brought that same thing again to Everton. I thought he'll be tight. I thought he would make Everton resolute. One thing he was going to do to Everton was make sure that they don't get beat easily. But they're getting slapped around. Surfs, do you think Lampard will get sacked before the end of the season? I honestly think if he loses today, I think he's getting the sack. Because Burnley are playing Norwich. Burnley, quite possibly with a draw or a win, they'll go above Everton, and Everton's going to be in the relegation spot. And then if you have a look at Everton's fixtures that are coming up, it ain't getting easy. Difficult match after difficult match after difficult match. And where they're going to get any sort of points, I'm not sure. They would have to do something incredible. So I'm worried about Frank Lampard, that he's probably going to get the sack, and then they're going to try and galvanize the team with an assistant manager or Duncan Ferguson maybe, and somehow see if they can pull something out of the bag. Because, I can't see them how they just persevere with Frank Lampard. Since Lampard's come in, he's not had an impact. So I don't even know why Lampard even chose this particular job. It was such a wrong job for him. There were so many different jobs he could have chosen. He goes on to choose this. It's quite mad. Cristiano Ronaldo. What's the bet that Cristiano Ronaldo scores today as well? I reckon he's going to have a field day. Joey Flynn, good to see you. Yes, Miz, hope you're well. Hope you're well as well, my man. Should be a good game. Both teams need to win. I think United will beat them. Yeah. I think United just has a bit too much. And with all the scrutiny that Man United players and Man United as a team they've been facing, sooner or later under Ralph Ragnick, you'd think they would start clicking slightly. But then again, there's apparently a lot of disgruntled players and so on and so forth. So we'll see. We'll see who fights. Everton will have to fight. They're in a relegation battle. So these matches get very nasty. I want to see how Dominic Calvert-Lewin plays as well. Jeff Knightley, hopefully the United players down tools for Ten Hag before he even starts managing them. How is that possible? Down tooling for a manager that's not even started. Iobi for 34 million is a crime, bro. Wow. Did Everton buy Iobi for 34 million? Wow. Miz, we play Everton on April 30th. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous about everything with Chelsea Football Club at the moment. We need to get a victory against Southampton with hook or crook. It's a must. Anything less than a victory against Southampton is unacceptable. And then we need to slowly build on it. Even if we crash out against Real Madrid, I hope we can try and get a victory. 1-0, 2-1, whatever the case is. And get into a bit of a rhythm. Very important. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have started. We have kicked off. Let's go. Weekend fixtures have taken off. Kevin K, I hope Lampard gets relegated. He needs this humbling. He's so privileged and he's just jumping around from big job to big job instead of doing the hard graft like Gerrard and Patrick Vieira. Look, I mean, I personally don't even think he's a manager. I honestly, for his own sake, I want him to be a pundit. This is why I want him to kind of just realize what your strength is, man. Management is not your strength. Abdul Razak, salam, good to see you. Yo, Miz, it's been a while. It's been a minute since I was here for a live Ramadan. He kept us busy. Hope you're well, my man. I hope you're doing as well. Ramadan Kareem. I had my iftar a few hours back, so yeah, I'm buzzing for the weekend fixture now. Even if Lampard relegate Everton, Rory would still think Lampard is the new Fergie. My God, Rory. Yeah, at this stage, blindness is a disease, to be honest. Miz, Lampard isn't privileged. He's just super charismatic and intelligent, and he's able to convince people to give him the job, even though he has no experience. That's very well said, Digital Film Reviews. That's so well said. He's well-spoken. He knows what to say. I mean, this is one of the reasons why he was able to bring some high-caliber players. I mean, yeah, they haven't worked out for us as yet, but he's got the pull. He does have the pull power. But words are cheap. Actions are louder, my man. Actions are louder. And this is why Digital Film Reviews, I think he would have been an excellent pundit. The bit of time that he spent in punditry, I loved him. I absolutely loved him. Because he's good with his words. Joe Flynn, if Everton go down, do you think we would lose all their players? Do you think would lose all their players? They'd have to lose some of their key players. I can't see how Richarlison stays around. Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well. They'll have to sell anyway because it's such a big hit financially. They would have to sell a lot of their big players. I do hope Lampard keeps them up. He's my favorite Chelsea player of all time, so I'm biased towards him. I get that. I do understand that in Lifeline Limits. He's one of my favorite all-time Chelsea players as well. But the key word, player. He's a manager now. Yes, we would want the best for him, 100%. I get that. But we need to judge him as a manager, and I don't think he's a manager. Aloisi, good to see you. Jordan Pickford goes long. Everton have the ball now. Oh, that's good stuff from Everton there. Seamus Coleman goes back to Pickford. Pickford goes long, tries to find Richarlison. It's been intercepted. To Lindelof. Lindelof to Fred. Fred with Harry Maguire. Let's see what Harry... I'm very interested to see how Harry Maguire plays with the ball. He's so rubbish. Jadon Sancho. Sorry, Alex Telles. And the ball's been taken. Okay. In life, no limits. Don't get me wrong. He had to get the sack when he did with us. He just didn't have the experience to turn things around. And I don't think he's improved as a manager either. I don't think as well. I don't think he has improved. We need to win today. 100% we need to win, ladies and gentlemen. We need to beat Southampton. And it would be great if it's convincingly as well. Sure, bro, my bro. Good to see you. I can see Man United bottle this game. It's two average team playing, to be honest. I think Everton is going to be the next Sunderland or Bolton if they go down, yeah. And that'd be peak because it's a huge club, man. It's a pretty big club, huge fan base as well. And yeah, it would be... Yeah, it'd be interesting to see them go down, man. And once you're in the championship, it ain't easy to come back. It really isn't easy. And they'll lose a lot of their players as well. So financially, I don't know how they can cope. And they're in a mess as well financially. Watch out. There's something brewing with Everton. If they do stay in the Premier League, there's a chance that they could lose points next season because they'll be breaching financial fair play. They're in the mud. They've got too much losses. Lampard should stay. Abdul Razak. The interview with Gary Neville, Frank Lampard said he watched a lot of Atalanta and learned a lot. Bro, we could learn a lot by watching Pep's team or Xavi's. Yeah, I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not sure what he learned. Atalanta, they play some fantastic football. But as you said, you could just watch Pep Guardiola and watch Xavi. Xavi ball as well. Xavi's going to be a top manager. Ricardo Henry, Lampard should have delayed it in Derby and learn more, just like Gerrard learned. He's not ready for EPL. Yeah, Steven Gerrard, at least he's done his apprenticeship in Scotland and literally won everything over there. So, and now, he's slowly working himself up with Aston Villa. And we'll see, maybe eventually the Liverpool management role after maybe Jurgen Klopp. We'll see. Well, we don't know. In life, no limits. I can actually say Richarlison making a move to Arsenal. He's a very good player. Yeah, I mean, he would be a good player for Arsenal. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well. Arsenal was looking for someone like him. A big tackle there. Michael Keane with a crunching tackle. On Alex Telles. It's like he stuck his leg out as well, man. Ricardo Henry, Chelsea went calling for him, and it was obvious Lamps will agree an instant. In hindsight, I think Lampard wishes he took the Palace job and had Gallagher under his wing. See, that made more sense to me. I don't know why he didn't go for the Palace job. That would have made a lot more sense, but Vieira has done unbelievable with Crystal Palace. Absolutely done unbelievable. Now he has Dele Alli and Van der Beek. I mean, these are all his choice as well. Dele Alli, he wanted Dele Alli. And Dele Alli, I've never seen a player that's declined that incredibly like Dele Alli. Ball comes in from Bruno Fernandes. Oh, big save there from Pickford. Rashford, a good shot there. Bruno Fernandes with a floating ball. Poor defending from Everton, and then poor clearance as well. And then decent shot from Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes with a corner. Whipped in. And it's been cleared. Oh, shot from Ronaldo. I thought that was in. Just went outside. Man signed 2 10s, yeah. And both of them, I mean, where is Van der Beek? Where's Donny Van der Beek, ladies and gentlemen? Is he injured? Is he injured? Let me know. Hi, Daniel. Good to see you, my man. Shubra, one thing no one can deny about Sarri, he created that X ball, Y ball trend from his own Sarri ball. Yes, 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 yes. Verticality, ladies and gentlemen. The new ownership is taking forever. I'm over it, man. I seriously am over it. Apparently, it's going to be for another week. They've extended the deadline for another week. It's long. By the time we get new owners, apparently it'll be end of May. Like, it's total BS. Because this might sound crazy. I won't be if we don't win. Sound crazy? I won't be if we don't win, if there is clear identity in the way we play instead of playing of vibes. Yeah, we don't play good football. And it's an issue. It really is an issue. We need to be playing good football because there needs to be an identity where you're not playing random football. Like you're not expecting the goal to happen off a random act. You want to have a philosophy to open teams up, methodology. In a method, there has to be a methodology. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, it just can't be a act of randomness. I hope Chelsea win today. Roy, another thing he started is us playing football, not Frank. If they do go down, I wonder if Joe Edwards will look to come back to Chelsea. Yeah, perhaps. Delhi should have listened to Jose in that documentary. Yeah. Jose said, "You're too lazy. You're too lazy, and you're going to look back on these sort of days when you grow older, and you'll be regretting life. You really will be." The teenage Aspie, good to see you. It's been a while, my man. Big match for you this weekend, Manchester City versus Liverpool. Good luck to you guys, honestly. What's up, Miz, my man? Good, bro. Everything's doing all right. Loving the weekend. Whole heap of sports lined up. Hope you're doing all right as well. Hope you're doing all right. Ram Prakash Miz, do you think Van der Beek can compete in Mason Mount's role in Chelsea? I don't know. This Van der Beek wasn't really that great in Man United. I know he didn't get enough time, but now he's in Everton, and I've literally not seen him. Like, is he injured or? I'm not sure if that's the kind of player that I want, who's regularly unavailable. I'd rather keep Mason Mount. Oh, Rashford with a header. Another good save from Pickford. Pickford absolutely mad with the linesman. I don't know why he's mad with the linesman. A couple of good saves from Rashford so far. Sorry, from Pickford, and shots from Rashford as well. Van der Beek is on loan from Man United. Yeah, but where is he? He's not even in the squad. He's not in the starting lineup, and he's not in the bench. Where is Van der Beek? I hope Thomas Tuchel make changes today. I think he'll have to make at least Kovacic being one of the main changes. I test if that was Mendy, it would go in. Nah, come on, man. Don't be like that. What's with all these Mendy hate all of a sudden, or slander? I know he's made some errors, but I don't think he's a bad keeper. Newsflash 1-1. I test which one. Sup, Miss Chelsea's forms recently is very worrying, and people are not seeing how today is a cup final for us. I think people are seeing eye test. I think they realize it's a must win. It's an absolute must win. Anything less than a win, if it's a draw, it's more like a loss. And if it's a loss, I think it's calamitous. Absolutely calamitous. Donny's injured, okay. If that was Edouard Mendy, Rashi would have scored. Absolutely agree with you. Tuchel needs to implement his style. How Liverpool fans feel if Everton got relegated this season? I think they'd be quite happy, to be honest. It's a fierce rivalry. Man United picks up the ball. It's Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes now. Back to Cristiano inside the box. Oh, Christy boy. Blocked. So far, it's been all Man United, ladies and gentlemen. Tuchel could galvanise him like he did with the whole squad last season. I'm eager to see what Chelsea turns up today. Anything less than a win, and I have to seriously consider this Chelsea team as fragile and weak-minded. We need a W and nothing less. Yep, I agree with you. Good man, I would be lying if I said I wasn't backing it. I just have that sense we'll bottle it today. It's just ingrained in my mind for some reason. Glad everything is great down your end, my man. Come on, man. Don't think you're going to bottle it. I think Man City, yeah, they're a super team, man. I know they're up against Liverpool, who are a very good team as well, but I think you guys will do the business. You guys will do the business. He can't play against Man United. Van der Beek can't play against his parent club. Oh, yes. How did I forget SD? Good point. Van der Beek can't play against his parent club. That makes sense. Yes. Completely forgot that he wasn't sold. He's on loan. Makes sense. But is he also injured? Is it just that he's obviously unavailable because his parent club? But is he also injured? That's what I want to know. Richarlison absolutely got hammered there, but he's up. Alex Telles. It's all Man United, ladies and gentlemen. There's been no Everton in this game. Lindelof. Mount should be dropped today. See, the thing is, we can't even drop Mount. So many of our players are injured. We'll see if Ziyech starts, but Ziyech apparently is injured. Lukaku's injured. Callum Hudson-Odoi is injured. So you're really left with Timo Werner. So do you drop Mason Mount for Timo Werner, who's been extremely poor? Timo Werner. So Alex Iwobi driving with the ball. Richarlison. Oh, what a rubbish pass from Richarlison. Let's be honest, Miz. It's not hate. His errors are getting worrying like Kepa level. Yeah, I get it. I know you're not hating him. You're concerned, but I wouldn't be, man. I mean, Mendy is just... it doesn't take that long when you saw against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup and the countless last season in the Champions League. I know this season there's been some iffy moments here and there, but there's been some big moments as well, man. Brentford earlier this season, where he was the one who he won the game for us. If it wasn't for his saves, Brentford should have won that game. Should have at least got a draw. I wouldn't mind seeing Kepa get one game, like I really wouldn't, just to give, I suppose, Mendy some mental rest. But Mendy is a suspect when it comes to ball playing distribution. He's a bit suspect in that manner. But that era, what he did against Real Madrid, I just feel like there's a deeper issue that's going on. Because for me, it wasn't just that Mendy era. Everyone was poor that game. So, and that Mendy era was sort of like a culmination of all the errors throughout the game. It kind of came on Mendy. Backup keeper. Hi, Miz. I think Mason Mount should be dropped today. Do you, Hannah? Good to see you. I would have dropped him. I would have dropped him for Hakim Ziyech, but I think Hakim Ziyech is injured. And Callum Hudson-Odoi is still injured, and Romelu Lukaku is quite possibly injured. So that leaves Havertz and Pulisic, who are probably going to have to start, and then it's only Timo Werner. So do you drop Mason Mount for Timo Werner? I personally wouldn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Good defending there from Everton. That's a good tackle. That's actually a foul. Aloisi, if it was us playing Everton today, we would have probably turned it into Charity FC. Yes, that's with the ball not at shot stopping. The teenage Aspie, we've been a woeful team, woeful form. So I don't blame you. Everton gonna win. Nah, Donny's fit. There's just too much tense around the camp. I think it's catching up on all the players and TT, but I believe TT will bring a masterclass today. Yeah. Thomas Tuchel did mention that this is a time that he wants to be there for every player. This is a time where he wants to show his love to every player. And he said as well that all these external off the field issues, it really shouldn't bother them because nothing's really changed for them. Training facilities are still fantastic. They're all getting paid. They're all getting fed. He's like, none of this should really matter. Maybe it's easier said than done, I suppose. Man should be dropped today because he's been poor last game. Should have kept out Benzema headers with his long arms, can't lie. Those headers were world class, though. They're world class. Here we go. Man United on a break. Oh my God, that's poor, man. That is poor. Who was that? That was such a poor cross. Bruno Fernandes. That was pathetic. What's your score prediction for Chelsea? I'm hoping 2-0. I really am. 1-0, 2-0. I want to keep a clean sheet. I feel like we have to keep a clean sheet. Can't be, leaking goals. We need to come back to how we were. Keep level. Every keeper makes mistakes at some stage, guys. Mendy is still top quality. Chill, yeah. I'm okay. Mendy is number one Chelsea goalkeeper for me still. I'm not gonna turn on him on that particular era. I've seen enough of his quality to know he's a top goalkeeper. So I'm okay with that. If he does get dropped today, I'm not going to be upset. If he needs some sort of a mental break, a rest, I'm okay with that. Sometimes these players are human beings. Do you know what I mean? Like, they need to disengage sometimes. So, very understandable. Lindelof. Harry Maguire. Nice cross. Oh. Matic. Those were saves in the past. If he keeps making silly mistakes, might have to drop him for Kepa, take him out of the limelight. This is what I'm saying. Like, if he needs some sort of mental break, then that's fine. Yeah, there is a thing about mental fatigue. Oh, juicy cross there from Everton. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Whatever has happened to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, ladies and gentlemen? I had such high praise for this brother. But then again, I suppose this whole entire Everton team has just been so rubbish. Sad to see about Dominic Calvert-Lewin like that. Aloisi, not trying to see Kepa. JWP will start wiring shots and free kicks. Oh, yeah. James Ward-Prowse, my days. Let's look out for him, what he does. His free kicks, long-range shots. Man, his free kicks, James Ward-Prowse, I swear they're sensational. I would have to say James Ward-Prowse is probably one of the best free kick takers in world football at the moment. That last one, I believe it was against Wolves, where he hit it from like at least 20, 30 yards. I don't know, it was quite far. And it swerved to the left and then went to the right. It was unbelievable. Andre Sarr, that Wolves keeper, had no idea what was going on. He made some mistakes against Brentford. Yeah, he did. He looked shaky. Mendy looked shaky against Brentford as well. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Sancho not worth his price. Let's be honest. He's another player for me. I know a lot of people have been saying he's been looking okay recently, but I think he needs proper adaptation. But the Premier League ain't easy, my man. Premier League ain't easy. The way he was just running amok in the Bundesliga, it ain't easy here. It's never going to be easy. Don't play with Timo Werner, WTF. When are we going to get new owners? I thought it should have been well and truly dusted by now, but apparently the deadline has been increased for another week, and then we may even, after that, Premier League will have to give clearance to the new owners, and it may take up until end of May, which is long. Nice ball there. Great tackle there from Alan. Puts in a pass straight away to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Come on, man. That was pathetic. See, what's going on? What's happened to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, ladies and gentlemen? It's just me, or is this Everton versus Man United match being played at a frantic pace? It's quite up and down, isn't it? But then again, Everton's not really penetrated nothing, but it is end to end. Here we go. They've got the ball again. And again, Man United has stolen the ball, this time with the likes of Ronaldo. These players from both sides, they're so unaware of what's going on around them. And there you go. Man United now turns over the ball. And there's a big space. Oh, come on, Richarlison. That pass needed to be solid for Richarlison. He made a very good run. Richarlison. Inside the box. Big shot. And it's deflected. Go. Everton with Gordon. Good stuff, Everton. 1-0 Everton. That's a big goal for Everton. Out of nothing, to be honest. It's not like they were threatening. It was all Man United, to be honest. Man United had the better chances. Good saves from Pickford. But that play was really nice. The way Richarlison, that pass, if it was neat, that would have released the pass nicely towards Richarlison. Look at Delph. He thinks he's the boss. If the pass was a bit better, maybe Richarlison would have been through. But anyway, Richarlison still manages to do very good, takes the ball in, gets into the box, passes it to Ayobi. Ayobi then lays it off to Gordon, and then the deflection happens. Gordon really nicely placed outside the box. And it was Harry Maguire. It was Harry Maguire. Deflection from the Harry Maguire. Oh my God. Who else? Maguire deflection, as Shuber is saying. Harry Maguire every time. Maguire had something to do with that goal. You can't write these stuff. My days. Maguire, the best ship player off the fridge. That's classic. I love it. I have to tweet this. This is tweet material. Harry Maguire at it again. Oh my days, too funny. Too funny. Everton 1, Man United 0. My days. This Man United team. This is such an embarrassing moment for Man United as well if they're to lose this game. 28 minutes gone, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0. I know there's a long way to go. I feel Man United's going to score. I just can't see how Everton keeps a clean sheet. But a goal out of nowhere for Everton. well constructed, and a good shot from Gordon. Gordon, decent young player. Players like Dele Alli should be embarrassed. They should look at players like Gordon and think, they got to do a lot better, man. Dele Alli, one of the, I've never seen a player decline in such a manner like Dele Alli. Gordon about to take a free kick now. I used to remember Everton used to be so good with set pieces with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but let's see what happens now. Gordon. Oh, close header there from Michael Keane. This is a guy supposed to be better than Tomori. Yeah, I can't believe Harry Maguire starts for England, It's mad. That gift that keeps giving, Maguire is inevitable, bro. He 100% is. Why it should be always that fridge in wrong place? That fridge. My days. Everton now with 3 points clear of Burnley. It's going to be tight because Burnley got Norwich and you expect them to win. But this would be a big victory if Everton can pull this off. Guys, what do you think about Ralph Rangnick? I mean, did you expect a lot more impact from Ralph Rangnick? I'm very surprised that he hasn't found the tune. Here we go, Man United. Cross comes in. Very well defended that time. Foul. Everton foul. I'm very surprised by Ralph Rangnick, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what your thoughts are. I thought he'd get some sort of a tune out of this Man United team, but they still seem very disjointed. That's some very good defending from Godfrey. It had to be Maguire with the deflection. Of course it did. Did you see what Davis said about Maguire on his Twitch stream? What did he say? Talk to me, Nash. Let me know what he said. I didn't see. I don't really go to Twitch so much, man. But let me know. Anthony Gordon. At one point of time, Ali was valued at 100 million. Yeah, and Real Madrid was after him. I remember. Maguire is better than Tomori, they said. Yeah, unbelievable. Shocking conversations. Pogba seems to be warming up, ladies and gentlemen. How Pogba doesn't start is... That's a high boot, wasn't it? Yeah, how Pogba doesn't start. But then again, his contract's running out. Maybe Fred didn't actually even get him with his high boot. Pogba's contract running out, so they probably think, why should we give him the minutes? It's not like he's gonna extend it. So it is what it is. Who Chelsea need to get in the summer transfer window? First of all, we need to get our ownership right, Daniel. We need owners, because before the owners come, I don't even know what to say about the transfer window, because it's all up in the air. We need to make sure we get the contract extensions done, number one, of some of our current players, most importantly, Rudiger. Free kick coming up. It's been negotiated so far. Alex Iwobi puts it in again? No. It's offside. Shubro. No, it didn't. He's not that good of a manager. He's better off DOF works. I knew he was bought just to steady their sinking ship. Yeah, man, but the ship is still sinking. Man United ship, since Oli left, Pogba's coming on. They're going to make an early change. Someone's about to get the hook. It might be Maric. Good pressure this time from Everton. Everton with a high press. Pressing with 5. It's pretty all right. They're pressing okay. Trying to cut them off, but it's, easily beaten by Man United that time, and now Man United can launch an attack. And Alex Iwobi is back again. He's running around everywhere, Alex Iwobi. Richarlison as well. The work rate is intense. They're putting in a shift. Oh, good. I thought it was a good tackle that time from Everton. Cross coming in. Oh, dangerous cross. Ball pinging around. Good defending. Well done, Everton. I'm impressed. So far, they've been negotiating everything with Man United and pressing well enough. Yes, at times getting beaten, but at the same time, tracking back as well quickly to ensure there's numbers in defense. So they're showing the heart. They're fighting in this relegation battle. In life, no limits. So how do you feel about the imminent appointment of Erik ten Hag by United? Threat or nah? Quite possibly a threat, because let's face it, this Man United team. Oh, that's a nice grab. Richarlison. Ooh, big save from De Gea. Richarlison out of nowhere. Good shot. That's a top save. Oh, I'm impressed by this Everton team. Oh, look at Frank Lampard. I'm very impressed by this Man United team. I think it's Fred. Fred's probably injured. Yeah, he's not feeling too well. Paul Pogba coming on, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony Gordon with a corner this time. Shot about to launch. Well blocked that time by Man United. Oh, no, here we go. Counter. Oh, good tackle. Oh. Well done, Everton. That's a foul. Surely that's a foul on Alex Iwobi. What? No, not really. Okay. In life no limits, I think it's a threat because I can't expect Man United to be in the gutter forever. And a manager like Erik ten Hag, and now, after he gets the management, Ralph Rangnick will move into the director advisory position. And sooner or later, they'll get things right. They will get things right. I can't imagine how they don't get things right. Quite possibly a threat, yes. Good manager. But it won't happen overnight. It will take a bit of time. Basically, Davis said that he doesn't understand how Maguire is captain of Man United, even with Ronaldo there. I mean, how Maguire is a Man United player. I mean, you think about some of the greats that played for Man United in his position. Wow. How is he a Man United defender? Nah. Oh, good tackle there, Everton. Man United spread the ball out to the wings. Alex Telles. Nah. Well blocked that time by Gordon. They defend you well. They're really working hard, Everton, man. Everton's working overtime. They're in a low block at the moment. Pogba. Bruno Fernandes. To Anwar and Bissaka. Jadon Sancho with a cross. It's gone out for a throw-in. They said Bruno over Pogba, because of pens. Yeah. Unbelievable, man. Bruno for me is a, I don't know, man. Like for me, seriously, I don't call players fraud, but I feel like he's a massive fraud. The guy only shows up in like meaningless matches when it's big, like crunch matches like these sort of stuff. Like they need to win. Man United equally needs to win. They're trying to chase top four, or else they'll miss out. Um, and this guy just simply doesn't show up. I don't want Ricketts family to be Chelsea new owners. Harley, good to see you. I am Vietnam. Good to see you, man, from Vietnam. Good save. Man United are finished. Ten Hag would be good in long run. Yeah, I think so as well. Ms. Thoughts on Alan, and can you give me any impressions on Vitinha? My man, thank you so much for talking about Vitinha on Instagram DM with me. I've honestly not watched anything of Vitinha, so I'm not really sure about him. I don't know what to say about him. I'd have to watch him. But from what you're saying, seems like a decent player. In terms of Alan, I thought it was a smart purchase for Everton when Ancelotti was there. But seems like he hasn't had the same impact as well with for Everton. When Everton got Alan, they got James Rodriguez. Um, yeah, I was under the impression that, wow, Alan at Napoli was sensational. One of Sarri's big players. Man United and Lakers are healthy for the fans. Wes Brown was better than Maguire. No cap. Wes Brown was all right, actually. It was no disrespect. Wes Brown was a all right defender. At times played as a right back as well. Silvestre was all right as well. Yep, Stam. That's some decent defenders. Obviously, who can forget Rio Ferdinand, the Vidic era? That's the level of defenders they used to have. That's so poor from Man United, man. Who was that time again? Bruno Fernandes? I bet that was Bruno Fernandes again. Ridiculous, stupid passing. Yeah, it was. And he's running around again like a mad dog. He really is overrated. I feel like Bruno Fernandes is very overrated. And now he's got himself a new contract with Man United. Jeremy, good to see you. Hi, Miz. The problem I have with Tuchel is that he keeps pushing midfield players forward when he knows we get exposed in the back. I mean, the forward players don't do much with the ball either. I guess the philosophy of Thomas Tuchel is to win the ball high up. That's why he presses. That's why he wants to play the football on the opposition half, on the opposition third. But um, as you said, it does expose us. It does expose us because we don't have a very good holding midfielder. We don't have a holding midfielder that is capable of defending with two other defenders and allowing the midfielders to bomb up. Oh, yeah, allowing the defenders to bomb up. Sorry, allowing the midfielders to bomb. So it is important that we get a very good defensive midfielder. I have to say, I'm very impressed with Everton and their defending. Seriously, very very well done from Everton so far. Alex Tellers with a corner coming up. I don't want the Ricketts family to buy Chelsea new owners. I want to talk too much considering we will still have to go to Goodison. Yeah, and quite possibly we're going to be playing a team that once again is battling in the relegation zone, so it ain't going to be an easy game. But I hope we get the victory. We need the victory. Means unpopular opinion, but I think Mount, even though he's young, is going to in that Bruno trend. Yeah, our fan base it seems like they can't talk about Mason Mount. Like, I love Mason Mount. What I saw in the first season under Frank Lampard, I was like, wow, okay, this Mason Mount could be something, But you know what? After that first season with Frank Lampard, he's had 2 more seasons. I thought he's going to improve his passing. I thought he was going to improve his vision. But he hasn't. I really thought he was going to be a good cam. Even if it's a good 8, I thought he was going to be someone who's going to rack up assists. Do you know what I mean? Like, look for those key passes a lot. And now the fan base has been sold with Mason Mount that, oh, it's just press and energy. That's great. I understand that's great. But for me, that ain't an X factor. That's most players should press and have energy. The X factor that I expected from Mason Mount was vision, excellent passing, shooting. Do you know what I mean? Like, but maybe he can still do that. He's still young, but you know, you gotta start developing. Man United win. We'll see, my man. Are you watching too, Miz? I think Lakers and Man United are similar. Are you watching too, Miz? I don't watch NBA, man. I used to a long time back. I mean, every now and then I might keep up with some scores, but I don't watch NBA, so yeah, I don't watch that. Whenever Mason showed last season he has potential, so I'm hopeful about him becoming another Bruno. Anthony Gordon coming up with a corner. Not becoming another Bruno, yep. Gordon with a corner. Half-time, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting half. Everton 1, Man United 0. Let me know what you thought about that particular half, ladies and gentlemen. Awal, Miz, are you watching NBA too? No, I don't watch NBA, man. I don't watch NBA, unfortunately. Just too many things for me to watch, man. Miz, do you think we would have seen a different team of Werner if we had Fabregas? Perhaps, but let's say if we had a Fabregas, would that improve Timo's first touch? Would that improve Timo's control? Would that improve Timo's finishing? Maybe someone finds Timo, but can he then control the ball? First touch, finish. That's the questions I want you guys to ask. When we get new owners, who do you want out club for summer? When we get new owners, who do you want out club for summer transfer window for Chelsea? Who do you want our club for summer? Our club, or who do I want out? Who do I want in? I would love to get a player like Shermany. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I would love us to get Osman Dembele. That could possibly happen because he's on a free. I would like to get a player like Dybala. He's also going to be free. Jules Koundé, obviously, he's in the, he's there's been a lot of talks about him. So, yeah, these are some of the players that I wouldn't mind. Mason Mount. Miz, I hope we can keep Billy because the guy looks very good this season. Norwich can get relegated, but Billy is class. I love Mount, but I want him and Gallagher to fight out for his position. Yep. With Mount, I feel the commentators over-exaggerate his performance. I mean, like, are you watching the same game? Yeah, he's an English player, so you have to take that into consideration that these commentators, when they're obviously going to back English players. Billy versus Shermany at the CDM position for me, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. If Mason Mount is being honest with himself, I think he'll be first to admit he hasn't been He has been poor this season, but I don't think these modern day players are built that way to accept the truth. I mean, look, Mason comes across a particular player that he's aware, his self assessment is good. But whether he's going to say that he hasn't been the greatest this season, he may say that, look at my stats, goals, assists, key passes, and the lot. But yeah, it would be great to see if he just turned around and say, look, maybe I got more goals and assists, but overall, maybe I haven't been the best in terms of other facets of the game. So it would be nice if he did say that, but I'm not, as you said, I'm not sure he would. Aloisi, not Timo off now when he had decent control when he first arrived. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Fabregas would have been good at that time. Do you think if, Alexander, good to see you, my man, do you think if TT copied Xavi tactic, we could beat Madrid at Bernabeu? You can't just copy someone's tactic, man. These sort of things, you need days and months of training. Like, match day is not the time where you deploy a new plan. You got to deploy plans in the training session. You've got to work hard in the training session. Then you take what you learn from the training session into a game. TT can't just be showing the boys Xavi tactics and expect the boys to just copy that. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. It doesn't work that way. When you think about anything in life doesn't work that way. And on top of that, in order to carry out Xavi tactics, you need technically gifted players like Pedri, Sergio Busquets, Frankie de Jong. And we don't have that kind of Ousmane Dembele 1v1. Even Ferran Torres is excellent. We don't have these kind of players. Look at Jordi Alba, explosive in the left side. We don't have that caliber of players. God damn it, Dani Alves at the age of 37 or 38 still probably would start for us. We don't have that kind of players. We need to stick to our game. We need to play Real Madrid the way we played them last season. We have to have... We can't just expect our team to be now passing masters. We can't. We need our team to have immense energy. You got to be outrunning Real Madrid. You have to outrun Real Madrid. You got to be press as a team, close them down. You got to be very close to them, close their passing lanes. And then if you can create chaos on their half, hopefully you can get some goals in the likes of Pulisic, Havertz, and then I don't know if Ziyech is going to be ready, but yeah, either Ziyech or Mount. We got to be able to win the ball at Real Madrid's end and then apply the pressure. Because from an attacking sense, we don't have a proper ideology. The thing that we did have above everyone else was the way we, our energy, the way we ran. We outran teams. That's how we used to get in front. And we have to be defensive. Tactically, in terms of defense, we are solid. We have a great structure in defense. Last two games, I don't know what has happened. So we have to ensure that we keep a clean sheet. We're just 2 goals. I know I say just, but if we can keep a clean sheet, we could possibly get 2. We did create chances against Real Madrid in the first leg. Lukaku header. Azpilicueta shot from long range. Big time save. So we will, I get the feeling we'll get minimum 2 chances. Do we put them away? I don't know. But we have to keep a clean sheet. We have to keep a clean sheet against Real Madrid. That's a big thing. Alonso, Lukaku, Barkley, Drinkwater, Kepa, Christensen since he's leaving. Rahman, Werner, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Mezga, Kennedy, Sergio Junior, Batshuayi. Barcelona have Alba. We have Alonso. The personnel isn't there to replace Xavi's tactics. Exactly right, Explosive. I hope we get back up LB next season, 100%. Miz, tell Ma that Dembele is the 1v1 demon, not Cho. Deliver that message for me. Man. Yeah. You guys know, Matisse, there's a lot of times where he'll do things for propaganda. He backs our players. He G's them up. But I have to be honest, Callum. Yeah, Callum's a player that probably needs to leave Chelsea as well, whether on a loan or be sold. Yeah. Yeah, Callum's not Chelsea level, man. He really isn't. You got to be able to beat your player 1v1. And he's just not good enough for that. He really isn't. We have to be honest. We have to be honest about these players. Jeremy, Miz, what do you do with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Gilmore, and Colwell next season? If you had to pick one between Tchouaméni and Dembele, who would you go for? Wow. Miz, what would you do with Ruben Loftus-Cheek? Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I think, needs to leave. I think it's clear he's not the standard that we need at Chelsea Football Club. Cho possibly on a loan. Gilmore probably needs another loan, let's be honest. He's played for a team that struggled, was going to get relegated. I would like to see him at Brighton. He's young, he could possibly do with another loan. Colwell, he's had a very good season with Huddersfield. I wouldn't mind seeing him in the squad. I wouldn't mind seeing Colwell in the squad and get some exposure. Be a backup defender. If we play three at the back, we will need Colwell. If you had to pick one between Tchouaméni and Dembele, who would you go with? I would probably go with Tchouaméni. Because that, for me, that position, that is a specialized position, and that's very important for us. Bad boy Badra! He's he. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, miss. First of all, sorry for turning up late.
That's all right, man. That's all
I
right.
had to get some rest. As you know, I'm not at my 100% health, but yeah, it's fine.
You still don't sound too good, man. You doing all right?
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, whenever you have a sore throat, it's always your voice becomes
Bro,
a bit
stack
heavy.
up on the fluids, man. Make sure you have plenty of fluids, vitamin C. Stack it all up, bro. Stack it all up. Everton won, Man United 0, Ishan.
Yeah, you just saw the scoreline.
It's. I have to say, it was all Man United. To be honest, they didn't. They had a couple of good chances with Rashford. Well saved from Pickford. They had majority of the ball, and they looked like they were creating few issues, but Everton defended really well. Some last minute interception, some really good clearance, header clearance. Everton had chances. They were back and forth. Everton did, launch counters, but they weren't really clinical. They weren't really finishing anything. But then they had one chance, a proper chance in a counter attack, and they really took advantage with Gordon. But it was deflected. The shot was deflected. It was a long range shot from Gordon, and it was deflected. Guess who? Guess who it came off from?
Man United defender.
Yeah, who?
Harry Maguire. See, I didn't even knew anything, but still I could guess the goal.
Everyone can guess that it has to be Harry Maguire. It has to be Harry Maguire. I mean, Ishan, how do you like? Do you want Everton to stay up? I suppose. Do you want to see them relegated? Do you want Frank Lampard to keep them up on board? What's your feelings?
If it was an opponent other than Man United, they would have lost. They would have lost. But since it's Man United, Miz, I was watching a show. I think so. It was some Premier League review show in Star Sports, which usually they telecast, and they were actually analyzing Everton's games. The number of games they have, and everybody was talking about the tough fixtures that is coming their way.
Yeah.
and they just lost to Burnley in a very, very, very important game. And they saw the upcoming fixtures, and they said probably this is the toughest fixture for Everton when it comes to the relegation battle. Frank Lampard being an inexperienced manager when it comes to relegation battle, Everton in itself as a whole entity, the players, the board members, the whole club being inexperienced when it comes to relegation battle. And then you see the fixtures and analyze the amount of opposition you're going to face. Literally, the Everton fans was like, listen, we got to pick up point at least against Watford and Man United. And I was like, my days, this is where Man United has come out of. I mean,
Like they're
this is
expecting points against Man United. They're expecting points.
exactly. And out of all the list of opponents you see, I think so 10 odd games which is left for them, they literally picked Man United first. And they're like, Man United is the one where we need to get some points. You know what I mean? So
Bro,
it's mad.
it's peak for Man United. They could finish eighth, bro. Like that's
Eighth
incredible.
is seven. If they finish seventh,
That's Conference
miss,
League.
that is Conference League. Oh
Bro,
my
can you
days.
imagine Man United in Conference League?
Oh my days.
Bro, they'll be going to all these parts of Europe that I've never heard of. I will never, all these teams, they honestly, Ishan, you will never have even heard of in your life.
Yeah, because remember there was a time when we used to, take a dig at Europa League the same way we take a dig now at Conference League. But now since they bought Conference League up, it's like, all right, fine, Europa League is fine, but not Conference League. No, by any means. That it is an utter mistake, man. Whenever your team comes into Conference League, but yes, Man United can finish seventh, and it'll be mad.
Bro, why is there a orange tag on Everton for Europa League? How
No,
come
no,
they can
I think
qualify?
so. No, I think so. They're giving an orange tag to show the current match. I think so. It's Everton, and they should be on Man United as well. Just scroll up once. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, oh. Yep. Okay. Yep, you're right. The proper orange one is actually this one, Arsenal. Europa League. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Ladies and gentlemen, second half about to start. Ishan, do you think Everton can keep a victory here? Do you think they can keep a clean sheet?
Yeah, this game, I think so. If Everton wins, Man United should be ashamed, man.
They should be
Ashamed.
ashamed. They really should be ashamed.
I mean, if Burnley can finish
I,
Everton 3-2,
I might
I
have to make
really
a
don't
video
know.
about this, Ishan. If Man United really lose against Everton, I may have to actually make a video. I really do.
Yeah.
I have to big up Frank Lampard. I would have to big up Frank Lampard.
Yeah, we were waiting and expecting him to get relegated, but then if he comes up at
Bro,
this crucial moments and gets a clean sheet against Man United, the video has to be made.
bro, look at Man United's team and Ralph Ragnick up against Frank Lampard, and look at Everton's team. Frank
Yeah,
Lampard should not win this game. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, 100%, man. There is
We may
a
have
huge
to.
difference in the not just in the lineup, but also you look at the experience between Ralph Rangnick and
Yeah,
Frank Lampard.
yeah.
Too much,
We may have to do a reaction video, Ishan. We may have to do one.
100%. But tell me how United have been playing, just barring the goal they've conceded.
Um, Look, they've threatened. Everton has made some last-minute tackles, this, that, the other. A couple of good shots from couple of good shots from Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes has been a flop, though. Clear-cut
Yeah,
flop, Bruno Fernandes.
yeah,
Cristiano Ronaldo not really in the match too much. Jadon Sancho hasn't been too good either. But still, they were able to, you know, pressurize Everton. Um,
yeah,
but Everton's the one that's got the goal. I'm not going to say Man United's played any pretty football. They've not been playing pretty football, but it's because Everton's not that good, Ishan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Corner coming up for Man United. Alex Telles. Oh, that was close. Shot. That's been blocked. It's desperate defending now. It's what you got to do. It's what you got to do to survive. Even though Lampard is not a manager from Tariq, Man United don't deserve to play in any European competition. Felix, did you guys see the Richarlison to United rumors? Wow, okay, I never saw that. Richarlison actually had a very good chance in this match, which was well saved by De Gea. Bruno is fraud, and check an old video when he was in Portugal how he got angry. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes for me. I mean, Ishan, what's your thoughts on Bruno Fernandes? For me, he's very overrated, man. Very, very overrated. I feel like
Yeah.
whenever it's big games, he's not there. And now, obviously, they need to win these sort of games to make sure they're in the top four. He doesn't show. He shows up in the most Mickey Mouse Pikachu games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
thoughts on Bruno
100%.
Fernandes, bro?
You know, it's one of those. I think it's just overhyped player. You know what I mean? And just because he's playing under Man United, a little bit of an effort, they overhype it to a level that they make him look like he's a superstar or something, but he
Mm,
isn't actually. And even Man United fans know that. Doesn't matter how much stats you put up in front, he does not turn up in big games, in games that they actually need him, you know. And big game player, if you talk about big players, they actually turn up in big games. uh,
yeah,
you just look at Ronaldo, the way he's built that sort of uh, sort of prestige in his whole career, that he's the best player around, and he actually delivers in the big games, you know.
yeah.
And Bruno Fernandes, he's being picturized as that player, but he actually isn't. Now, since he's not, he's been trying to be. I mean, the fans, Man United fans, try to cover him with all the stats and whatnot. But then we all know the fact that it's not good enough. If you talk about Man United levels, it's just not good enough, man. We've seen better. You don't need to run to other teams to take an example. Man United is a team who have produced legends after legends. And when you compare those to Bruno Fernandes, it's just not good enough. You need to understand that.
100%, man. I feel like this Bruno Fernandes, you know, he stat padded his way to kind of fool some of the fans. Um, yeah, even last season. Yeah, do you remember, Ishan, the Man United against Villarreal in the Europa League? I
Yeah,
swear Bruno Fernandes was a ghost in that match. He literally was trying to stay away from every pass, was hiding. He was hiding against Villarreal in Europa League final.
yeah.
It's mad.
I mean, I don't think so. I can point out any Man United player who takes that kind of responsibility or authority, or can be called as a big game player. But still, you don't see players running away from the ball. Just surrendering when it comes to taking responsibility.
Yeah.
This is what Bruno does. I mean, even if you look at Pogba, he's like, he tries to lead from the front. He tries to take the command, even if we
Mm,
know that he might not be the the spearhead of goal scorers. You know what I mean? But still, he tries to be commanding. Bruno Fernandes just the opposite.
true, man. I mean, look at the way Cristiano Ronaldo, a couple of games ago against Tottenham, took the game on all by himself, a hat trick. Um, and that's a 37-year-old Ronaldo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Gordon with a corner coming up. Jacko saying, Miz, do you think we can beat Madrid at the Bernabeu? I think we can. Whether we can go through, I'm not sure. We could win 1-0. We could win 2-0. But if it's 2-0, it's going to go to extra time. So, um, you know, look, I think we can. I think we can. We could probably win and go through. Like, we just need to, because what we've seen against Brentford and Real Madrid, that's not how we've defended. Under Thomas Tuchel, we've been solid. If we can keep a clean sheet against Real Madrid and show good energy and good pressing skills, we could perhaps create chaos up front if we can rattle Real Madrid. Because let's be honest, if Lukaku just scored, if Azpilicueta's goal was in as well, it's a different game. So I know we don't attack nice. I know we don't have a philosophy in attack, but who cares? I'll take randomness. I'll take randomness. But we have to keep a clean sheet. We must keep a clean sheet. If Real Madrid scores, that's going to become a long day. 2 goals, I back our team to get 2 goals. But 2 unanswered goals, that's the question. When they have players like Benzema and Vinicius Jr. If United lose this, they will not get top 4. Yeah, 100%. I think the top 4 is out for them anyway. But if they lose this, it's confirmed. Ishan, are you surprised that I know Man United, even last season, I know they ended up finishing second, I believe, but it didn't look like they were playing as a team.
Yeah.
But you surprised at how poor they've been this season? Like, did you think with the caliber of players they brought in that they'll
Yeah.
just be at least good enough to be top 4?
Yeah, miss, I think so. To be very honest, what I feel is Ole definitely wasn't the man for Man United, but at least he produced results sometimes, which we felt like, wow, he's done a turnaround here in this match. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes out of nowhere, Ole pulls up results. When you talk about Ragnick taking over, the whole team's chemistry looks bundled out. I mean, I really don't know what they're doing at this point of time. Yes, it there was individual brilliance every time they bring up result. I'm talking about Man United as a team, but then at least when it comes to Ole, it feels like the team collectively was giving efforts. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes to Ralph, I think so. He's totally dependent on the individual brilliances from Ronaldo, Sancho, Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford. I don't see any sort of team chemistry. I don't see any ideology behind it, and this is mad. I mean, I did not expect myself to praise come out and praise Ole, where in comparison to Ralph Rangnick. But
Mm.
I remember a lot of matches missed like this that Man United have been going out on halftime with a 1-0 loss or a 2-0
Mm.
trailing. Second half they would come all guns blazing, and at least score one, at least
Yeah.
come
Yep.
back
Yep.
with
Yep.
some firepower. I knew that, and that became a sort of a culture for Man United under
Ooh.
Ole. To concede in the first half and then come out all guns blazing in the second half and then just go bonkers. Maybe just win the match from there. And
You're
we've
right.
seen that.
How many times did we see them come back and get a draw or get a last minute winner?
Yeah, exactly. But you don't see that again with Ralph. You know what I mean? So huge question mark there.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, man. Corner coming up. Anthony Gordon about to take it. Look at this from Richarlison. He's just headering the ball, keeping it up on his head. The man thought he was just going to take it all the way with his head. Corner coming up.
But Eric Ten Hag is almost done, right?
Yeah, I think it's almost done. Oh,
So maybe Man United fans will be like, this season is just sort of a free hit the remainder of the season.
I mean, Ishan,
They'll
at the
be.
end of the day, let's face it, Man United's not going to be in the bottom for too long. Like when you bring up manager like Eric Ten Hag, then you're going to have Ralph Ragnick move into sort of director of football position. Um, Sooner or later, they're going to get things right. Yeah, Ishan?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. But still, I think so. The core of the team has to change. You know what I mean?
Of
There are
course,
a
of
lot
course.
too much of big players, and I don't know if Eric Ten Hag will be comfortable in managing
Now,
huge
they'll have to let
names.
go a lot of players. They have to let go of a lot of players.
And can they afford to do that? Jadon Sancho now is a big name in football. Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Cristiano Ronaldo. These guys are Marcus Rashford. These guys are huge names in football now. And
Yeah.
I'm really not sure how Eric Ten Hag would actually come out and manage them. It's going to be difficult. Eric Ten Hag has not done that. He's a manager who's played with youngsters at Ajax. And
Yeah.
players who would actually go out and listen to him when he says, "You better sit on the next match." They might actually be obedient. In Man United, it might be difficult. You know what I mean? You can't
Mm.
go out bluntly and say to Cristiano Ronaldo that you're going to sit in the next couple of matches. It's not possible here. So there's a huge difference there between managing an Ajax and a Man United.
Surely Cristiano Ronaldo is not going to stick around if Man United finishes outside of top four, Ishan. Surely. I mean, this man's not going to
But
play Europa League or Conference League. Come on.
oh my God! Just
Can you
imagine Ronaldo in
imagine
the
Cristiano
Conference League.
Ronaldo playing Thursday night football or Conference
Oh
League? What's that,
my
Friday
God!
night?
Conference League with some, I don't know, PowerPoint FC team. Oh my days!
No, no, no. He would have to leave. He would have to leave Man United. He'd even go back to Real Madrid. Who knows? But yeah, I
What what
mean,
what might be the next destination for him as well? I mean, surely
PSG.
not.
I can't think of any other team. It would
Yeah,
have to be PSG.
but if not PSG, I mean, maybe
If
MLS
not
is the only option.
PSG, if not PSG, maybe back in Serie A.
Serie A, but who would take him? I think so. MLS. Who would you go? I don't. I'm
No,
not
I
sure if
think he wants
Ronaldo
to.
would go
I
there.
think he wants to be in Europe still, doesn't he? He still thinks he's
Yeah,
good enough to be in Europe.
yeah.
It would have to be PSG. It would have to be Inter Milan, AC Milan. Can they afford his wages? I don't think so. Um, in Spain, it would have to be Real Madrid. I can't imagine him going to. Can you imagine him playing for Atletico Madrid, Ishan?
No, it's not happening. If he goes back to La Liga, it has to be to Real Madrid. But I'm not sure if Real Madrid will take Ronaldo back. I'm not sure that's happening.
Yeah. But yeah, in order to answer your question about Eric Ten Hag, he would have to. There's a lot of players like Pogba. Pogba, he's in his final few months, so he won't renew his contract anymore. So
Yeah.
he's gone. I think Juan Mata is gone as well. He's apparently either going to Spain. Oh, good defending, Everton. He's either gonna yeah, he's either gonna go back to Spain or maybe MLS. I'm not sure. Juan Mata. Um, Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't expect him to stick around. Marcus Rashford could be one that doesn't stick around as well. Maybe he does, I don't know. So they could possibly have a lot of exits, man. They could. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. Much, much appreciated. Who should United build their future on? Player. Very good question. Very good question. I would build around. Yeah, that's a tough question, man. Who would I build around in this Man United team? Um,
Ooh.
I don't really like any of their players, to be honest. I was going to say Jadon Sancho, but Jadon Sancho. You can't build a team around Jadon Sancho. He's so inexperienced himself. Uh,
I think so. They should build the team around Harry Maguire.
they should build a team around Harry Maguire and treat Harry Maguire like the sun. So the team will be
Yeah,
like Earth and it will circle around Harry Maguire and it will
yeah,
be day in the morning, night, and this and that. They'll just circle around Harry Maguire.
perfect.
Um,
So
that's a tough question, man. Who does Man United build around? I can't even say Bruno Fernandes, but I think Bruno Fernandes is probably the legitimate answer. But I think he's a fraud. Build around the fraud. Yep, that's my answer. Ishan, what's your answer, bro?
yeah, probably build around the front. I would be happy if United plays Juan Mata more regularly than the fraud and actually build the whole team around him, because we did that in one season and it paid off really well. Juan Mata was on fire. You know what I mean?
I don't understand. I know Juan Mata is old now, but it feels
Should
like
have
they
been.
never really used him enough.
Yeah.
He's coming on now, by the way. Seems like he's going to get substituted on. Nemanja Matic coming off, and Juan Mata coming on, and Alanga is coming on as well for Marcus Rashford. Oh my God. Ishan, let's talk about Marcus Rashford. Another flop game. Couple of shots in the first half, yes, but since then he's done nothing. What is up with this Marcus Rashford? Seems like he's more interested to do charity work as opposed to be concentrating on football, which is his
Rashford. Rashford.
proper day job. Do you know what I mean? What's up with
Yeah,
Rashford, bro?
he's called Trashford from his own fan base. So I really didn't need not explain what is Rashford doing. But yeah, correctly mentioned by you, he's more concentrated now to do the societal jobs. You know what I mean? Being a
Should he just
social
focus on that
influencer.
for full time? Should he just focus on that?
Yeah, man, just become a social worker and so charity worker or something like that. If that's your whole interest, if that's your whole passion, bigger than football, so be it. You know what I mean? You're
Hmm.
you're at this. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad. Everybody should do it, but then now, currently, looking at your age, you're supposed to give your 100% into your club, into your football. You know what I mean? Where the money you're actually generating to give it to the society, if you don't give it your 100% effort to the source where the money is coming from, how is the charity being justified? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You've got your
yeah,
whole life to do those, to solve all the society problems, and then it's good, make no mistakes about it. But then what about the club that you've pledged to play for, and give your 100% commitment? I'm sorry, but at this point of time, you're absolutely not doing that. It's exactly the opposite.
yeah. 100% agreed, man. 100% agreed. Um, where do you see Marcus Rashford going from Man United, Ishan? What's his level?
I don't know, man. I visualize him more like maybe, I don't know, um, League One player, Serie A player.
League
Maybe
man
League One
said
would
League
be one.
One player. Wow.
Yeah, just go
I
to
thought I
League
thought
One,
maybe you're gonna
so
say
that.
Aston Villa or something at least.
No, no, maybe a League One or a Serie A where there's not much pressure on you. You know
League
what?
One. Wow.
On football, so that you can solve all the society and charity issues that you're really keen to do. That it's not a fault there, but then listen.
Are you saying he should just play football as like a part-time thing?
Yeah, 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 make football your part-time job and then become a societal influencer, or
That's funny,
a
bro.
society worker as your prime thing. You know what I mean? It's peak, man, because I really don't know. I mean, again, let me highlight it. It's not a bad thing to do, but there is a time for everything. You know what I mean? A time is very important factor, means that in everybody's career. Now it's his time. It's his prime time to be the guy, right, in Man United, and everybody
Hmm.
projected him to be that. Forget about just Man United, even for England. He if the way he had picked up earlier in his career, if he'd been 100% focused and he was improving for every game in game out, he would have been a spearhead starter in the England team as well. But
Yeah,
that's not the
yeah,
case. That's not the
actually
case.
true. True talk. He really should be spearheading England. You're right, man. He really should be. So, do you know what the crazy part is, Sean? Some people were saying that he's the next big thing after Cristiano Ronaldo for Man United.
Wow.
I mean, that is such an insult to to Cristiano Ronaldo. Velan, thank you so much for the super chat. Bruno should not. He's not lasting 5 seasons or more. If you ask me, United should play youth like Charlie McNeil, Shortire, Ghana, and build on them. Yeah, I mean Alanga as well. What a, does anyone know? Is Mason Greenwood? Is he done? Is it finished?
I think so. He's done. I think so.
Like his
He's
career
done.
is over? It's game over?
Should be done. Even if it's
Brother,
not, I mean, it's gonna take a lot of time for him to get
he was going to be a big
out
thing.
of the
He
court.
really was going to be a big thing. He was a good
And
player.
he was playing well as well, miss. He was playing well.
He was one of Ole
You
Gunnar
know,
Solskjaer's better player.
best player. Yeah, he actually looked like the best player on the pitch. You know what I mean? Even when
Yeah.
Ronaldo came, miss, he was like the prime player for them. He was single-handedly winning games for United.
Yeah,
But
he
man, oh
was.
man, the character that he showed up, it's mad.
So
Oh,
he's
how
it's over, yeah, Ishan? That it's over
I
for
think so. I think so. Yeah, it has to be done because
Everton? Oh,
even if it's not Miz, it's gonna take a lot of time for him to prove not guilty in the court. He's gonna have to play the court game for quite quite some time now. It's gonna be
and
long.
plus, which club would take him? He's such a reputational damage for any club. Oh, that's a nice ball from
Exactly.
Ayobi. Yeah, he's such a brand reputational damage for all clubs. Like they'll be scared to take him,
You,
right?
you know what, Miz? This is not the first time some kind of allegation has been put up now. You might have just heard in the news that recently Neymar was proved not guilty against
Mm.
same sort of allegations which was put on him, but it took a lot of time. You know, but the difference between both the cases here is nobody had, I mean, the accusation, the one who accused Neymar for communal violence and these sort, and domestic violence, had
Mm.
no sort of proof, you know
Yeah, there
no
was no
sort of
video
hard
footage.
proof,
There's no audio
yeah,
sounds.
footage proof to actually put Neymar on big trouble. And
Mm.
that's what the difference is. Greenwood, all the footage, all the recordings, everything is clear. Is clear, right? And
Yeah,
that's how he's into trouble. Or else, even if he was not guilty, the recordings would have come out.
yeah, man, that's unbelievable, man. It truly is unbelievable. Um, oh, chance there for Alanga, but over the top. Valan, thank you once again for the super chat. Rashford should join a counter-attacking team. Yeah, he's such a counter-attacking player, Rashford. He's not really a possession-based footballer. Um,
Yeah, Rashford would do well in teams like Inter Milan or something. Like
yeah,
Atletico Madrid
yeah.
in Inter
Atletico
Milan.
Madrid, yes. Dominic Calvert-Lewin coming off. I'm really disappointed with Dominic Calvert-Lewin this season, ladies and gentlemen. I had such praise for Dominic Calvert-Lewin last season and the season before. Um,
What a downfall, isn't it, Miz?
big downfall. Big downfall. Um, I can only imagine if he can bounce back next season if Everton can obviously stay up. But if Everton can get a victory here, oh Frank Lampard, that's a big tick mark for you because I thought you were gonna get punished today. I thought Frank Lampard was gonna get done. Um, but so far, good defending and looking for very cheeky counters. Let's be honest. They had the game plan sorted out, and Yeah, it's not like Man United has had big, huge chances. No. Here we go, Mata. Alex Telles. Good defending again. Again, good defending. Jadon Sancho. Bruno Fernandes. Back to Jadon Sancho. To Bruno. Harry Maguire. Juan Mata. Alex Telles. Juan Mata. Look at Juan Mata. Oh, nice. Bruno Fernandes. Absolutely mauled.
It is
And Man
gonna be
United going
mad.
nowhere.
It is going to be embarrassment for United if they can't score against Everton.
Bro, book yourself down for that reaction video. You and me are going to have some fun.
Oh my days.
Man United should have stuck with Ole my days. They said that about Mestia. Don't know who that is. Greenwood to Prison FC on a 10 to 15-year contract. Done deal. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano special. Greenwood should go to West Ham. Moyes couldn't care less about reputational damage. every player that has some sort of reputational issue, just go to West Ham. They don't care over there. They'll take you. In life, no limits. Whatever anybody says, I think it's clear to see that these guys are playing for Lampard. I hope we can also see Chelsea players put a good shift against Southampton today for Tuchel. Ishan, I have to admit, they are playing for Lampard, or they are playing to not get relegated. Would you agree? I'm seeing some very good intensity from Everton.
Yeah, yeah, and I think so. But it's kind of tricky, miss, because they should have done this in the last game against Burnley,
Yeah.
knowing the fact that they are the direct competitors. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes, yes.
But they did not show that. And now against Man United, when it's already peak, yeah, it's fine. But then you actually can't prove against a team like Man United, who's literally not giving you anything. You know what I mean? I mean the level.
100%. Apparently, the lineup is out, ladies and gentlemen. Reece James is not starting. I don't know. I don't know how
Oh
I
my
feel
God!
about it.
Man, this is mad. I've just taken a glance at the lineup.
I'm not
This,
really. Don't tell me the lineup yet. Hold on. Let me bring it
uh,
up. I'm not gonna be happy, man. I'm not gonna be
oh
happy if we
my
rotate a
days!
lot. I'm already not happy that Reece James is not playing, man, because I feel like he needs to play.
Oh my days! It's gonna be a long day.
As a lineup, ladies and gentlemen, Mendy, Christensen, Thiago Silva, Rudiger. Okay, three at the back. Alonso, Kante, captain. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic. Three men. Is Loftus-Cheek going to be right wing back?
Yeah.
Kante, Kovacic. Okay.
Or
Although I want
maybe
to
it's a
sell
4-3. It's a 4-3-3 with Christensen at the right back. Maybe it's
Mount,
that.
Havertz, Werner. Why not Pulisic? Okay, Ziyech is in the bench, so he's not injured, which is great.
So why
Mount,
not start
Havertz,
him?
Werner.
Oh my days, we are done.
Bro, why Mount? He better deliver this match, man. He better deliver. Why Werner as well? Look, it's. I trust Thomas Tuchel. That's it. Yeah. I can't say anything. Ishan, so you think it's back four with Christensen as a right
Yeah,
back?
I think so. It's a back. Yeah. But if it's a back four, is why rest both Aspie and James? Does it make sense there? That's what my
It
point is.
doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is either playing CB or right wing back. Man saying Ruben Loftus-Cheek is playing either CB.
CB.
Far
Man
out.
said CB. No, either
We
it's right
are
wing
we are in
back
the mud.
or either it's a right wing back or he's playing as a number 8. That's the only two options.
I mean, I know what he's talking about because he played CB against Luton.
No, definitely not CB.
But surely he's not. Surely he's not. Please. I think he's playing as a right wing back.
Yeah,
What
even I
happened
think
with
so.
What happened with Aspilicueta?
What happened with Reece James and Aspilicueta both? Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, bro. Is everyone getting rest? I mean, who is getting rested? Havertz is playing, Mount is playing, Pulisic getting rested.
Is it a rest for a Real Madrid game where it seems like already a tough job? I mean, I thought it was better to, come up with a strong lineup here and just to start again,
That
get the
momentum,
momentum
yeah,
right. Yeah,
yeah. CFC news page said it's a back five. So if it's a back five, then Ruben Loftus-Cheek is right wing back for sure. It's a slap in the face for the board when we have to use Ruben Loftus-Cheek as right wing back.
exactly.
We didn't focus in the summer where we more than Lukaku. To be honest, we needed. I know we needed striker. I get because Timo Werner was not cutting it. I understand, but we needed to ensure we got wing backs, and we didn't get wing backs in the summer. And then apparently in the January, Miss, who could we possibly get? There's no one's available in the January window. Yeah, okay. Okay. No one's available in the January window, apparently. Looks actually good. We need another to get a chance now. If we fumble this back, Tuchel has made a big rod for his own back. Ishan, anything less than a win, I think it's big time trouble.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, it is, 100%. And we know the standards, regardless whoever is the manager, whoever is the player, whoever is the owner. Fingers crossed, the standards are going to remain the same. That in Chelsea FC, you can't afford to lose three in a row. You know what I mean? That is going to be peak,
Bro, I
absolutely
said
peak.
it. I remember when I said when Thomas Tuchel came in as the new manager, I said even Thomas Tuchel as a new manager, if any Chelsea manager ever has 3 losses in a row, you best believe your job is in trouble.
Yeah, 100%.
Ishan,
Doesn't matter
Chelsea
who
Football Club
likes
is
it.
too big for 3 losses in a row.
Exactly. It is, maybe, let's say, fortunately as well as unfortunately, that doesn't matter, who the manager is. If you love him, you hate him, doesn't matter. 3 losses in a row, and fingers will be raised. Questions will be asked. As simple as that. You know what I mean? And like you said, Miss Thomas Tuchel is also uh, battling a lot in his personal life right now.
Yeah.
It's not in a right frame of mind, so really don't know what's coming up, man. Really don't know.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys obviously stick around. Straight after this game, we will start the stream for the Chelsea Watchalong. Special guest today, not just Ishan and myself, is going to be the man, the main man, Jonathan Mann. Our friend, Jonathan Mann,
Whoa!
will be
There
joined
you
for the
go.
entire Watchalong. I am
Wow!
buzzing.
Even I didn't knew that. That's a surprise for me as well.
I
Wow!
wanted to give you a surprise, bro. I wanted to give you a surprise.
Wow!
Um, yeah, I had some epic moments, ladies and gentlemen, with John um, in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai, for the Club World Cup. Man, he's such a top guy. He's now one of my true good friends, and the drive from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, then after the match, we would go to McDonald's or Hungry Jack's, we'd get some food together. Um, being side by side in the stadium, screaming, shouting, celebrating, videos, content, whatnot, is going to be epic to have the watch along with Jonathan. Obviously, to have Ishan on the side as well, which would be fantastic. Valen, thank you so much for the super chat once again. Valen, I love you, man. All the super chats you've been providing. immense support for the channel. Everton again, brilliant defending there. Miz, it might change in game to 4-1-2-1-2-1. It possibly can. We're very different with the ball and off the ball. We continuously keep changing. With the ball, different formation. Off the ball, different formation. So with the ball, could possibly be 4-1-2-1-2-1. When we defend, it could be with a 5 at the back. So I'm not going to be surprised one bit. Could you believe that at this point of the season we would be needing Arsenal to lose? I mean, it's mad. We should not need Arsenal to lose to make sure that we're still third. We should be making sure that position is ours. Obviously, Liverpool and City have gone away. Lukaku's injured. Laugh my ass off. Jeff Niley, it would be silly if we did sack him. We need consistency to build a team that can actually challenge City and Liverpool. I'm tired of chopping and changing all the time. Look, I don't want him to go. I really don't. I want him to stick around. The other factor is I don't think anyone's going to get the sack when there is literally issues around the club ownership. I'm just worried that he could possibly walk. I hope he doesn't just walk. And I really hope the players turn it on today. But Timo Werner, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I mean, you guys saw the lineup. I hope these players, they do a job. I really do. I'm worried. I'm worried. Mason Mount as well. I'm worried. I hope these players do a job. Fabian Delph comes off. He's had a very good game, Fabian Delph. Excellent game. Look at him. Look at him. He's like, concentrate, focus. Abdullah Del Corre coming on. 83 minutes gone, ladies and gentlemen. Everton looking at a very, very big win here, and it will go a long way for them in order to save their season and not get relegated. And do you know what? If somehow Frank is able to keep Everton up, he will get a lot of my respect in terms of being a manager. As a player, undoubtedly, he's one of my favorite Chelsea players, if not the favorite. And there's a lot of respect for that. But as a manager, I've always had doubts on Frank. And if he can keep Everton afloat, I think he's going to be winning back a lot of my respect in terms of management. Because the fixtures that are coming for him, that ain't easy. And I still don't think Frank Lampard should be a manager. I feel like he would be an excellent pundit. But if he can keep Everton afloat, they'll go a long way, because I've got Everton favourites to go down. It'd be silly if we did sack him. We need consistency to build a team that can actually challenge City. Yep, 100%. Declan in Ireland, AC instead of Chalobah. AC's head seems to be already in Catalonia. I wouldn't play him again this season unless we have too many injuries. I mean, Ishan, are you surprised that Chalobah is nowhere to be seen lately?
Yeah, man, I think so. We've seen that, sometimes out of nowhere Chalobah gets way too aggressive in maybe in some very crucial situations, and I think so that has taken a toll, or maybe put up a image on Thomas Tuchel's mind, maybe. But I think so he should have started this game. I don't think so Christensen deserved to start by any means in this game. Do you know what I mean? Uh, if you're playing the likes of Thiago Silva, then maybe you should have put up Chalobah. Regardless, whatever it is, I think so. Chalobah needed to start this game. If not, then if you're planning him to start against Madrid uh, in Santiago Bernabeu, so be it. I think so. That'll be better if he starts ahead of Christensen at Bernabeu. Maybe that's sort of makes sense to me.
If that was the case, wouldn't it make sense that he started this one as well, just to get a bit of warm up? Like, he hasn't played for a few matches, and to be thrown into Bernabeu, it's a bit of an ask, isn't it?
It is, but that is how mad the decisions have been. Uh,
Mm,
you look at now, Loftus Cheek starting out of nowhere. Last game, Aspilicueta in the right wing back, left wing back position. Uh, these are some mad decisions. Whenever, even if having Ziyech fit and in the squad, maybe Warner starting, which is another the question mark there. So let's see what happens. You'll have to trust with Thomas Tuchel's decision, but let's see what happens. The thing is, the worst part is it's not just the football. When you talk about Thomas Tuchel currently, it's not just the football which is troubling him. Lots going on in his life as well. So we can all hope
true.
that it does not turn out to the worst case scenario.
True. Very, very true. Ladies and gentlemen, almost 88 minutes down. Everton is looking at a big victory. Big victory. Big victory. In the relegation battle scheme of things, this victory will go a long way. I don't think Burnley would have expected Everton to get 3 points, maybe a draw, quite possibly a loss. And Burnley would have thought that, with a victory with Norwich, obviously they still have to play that, but they would fancy themselves against Norwich, that they would go ahead of Everton. But now, this scenario from Everton, I know it's not finished, but I can't see any genuine threat from Man United. This entire match, I've not seen any genuine threat. So if they find themselves with a jammy draw, I think that'll be very undeserved, because Everton probably deserves the victory now.
Oh, they're showing the goal now. Look at
Yeah.
Maguire's posture and these guys.
Maguire's fridge body, that beautiful fridge body of his, and it looked like he opened the door of the fridge as well. That's how he got his hand, and it went boom in.
How is he the captain of the whole Man United, man? I really can't
Bro,
understand.
how is he starting for England when Tomori is leading in Serie A?
Yeah.
It's mad.
With Tamori, it is total injustice whatever's happened with Tamori not being selected time and time again. Total injustice.
Total injustice. Total injustice. Valan, once again, thank you so much for the super chat. Sending love from Singapore, Miz. Hopefully we win. Yes, hopefully we win. It's been a long time ago I went to Singapore. Lovely country, lovely country. Some really nice shopping malls. Um, good food. It's hot as well. It's humid. It's very humid. But there's some really nice places like Sentosa Island. I remember Sentosa Island was a really good place. Ishan, ever been to Singapore?
Nah, I would love to. I would love to.
Not too far away from India.
Yeah, I would love to go countries like Singapore, Malaysia.
I've been to Malaysia a few times, or I love going to Malaysia. Brilliant. Langkawi, especially the islands. I've been to Langkawi.
Yeah,
5 minutes injury time, ladies and gentlemen. 5 more minutes for Frank Lampard to hold on. Ishan, this if it is a victory for Everton, it's a huge one, yeah?
yeah, huge victory. But in terms of the league table, huge victory. But then again, when you talk about expected victory, I think so. They were expecting to try to extract points from Man United, and they did just exactly that. Maybe mission accomplished for Everton.
Adam's saying Ms. Aspie has that particular disease. He tested positive. Okay. So he'll be out for Real Madrid as well. So why not? Oh, wow. It's a good run there from Seamus Coleman, but poor pass. So why not Reece James, though? I mean, is it necessary he gets rested? Does he really, like, he's been injured?
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
if as
Miss, we had discussed about this. Reece James has not been at the best of his form for the past couple of games after his return. But then the
yeah,
thing is, we need him now more than anything.
exactly. Oh my goodness! Luckily
Ronaldo
enough,
shouting for a handball.
Ronaldo is shouting for a handball. Once again, this match I've not seen anything of Ronaldo.
But this was a good chance by Ronaldo, though he's missed it.
Very good
Oh,
chance. Oh my
it's hit
god!
his hand. It's hit his
Just
hand.
about, just about saved by Pickford. It did hit. Actually, it did hit his hand, but
Yeah,
it was more in. Like his hand was in. I don't think it was in a
and I think so. It
unnatural
was a
surface.
negligible deflection, maybe. That's why.
Yeah, I don't think he wouldn't have any idea about that shot. Um, and it's not like the hand wasn't in any, oh yeah, it wasn't in any natural position. Explosive. Everton have been very professional in this performance. The errors seem to have been eradicated for at least this match, and they're performing better as a result. 100% agreed. I don't think I've seen any big errors in this match. They've defended their hearts out. They've ran and ran and ran. They backtracked. Whenever they lost the ball, they tried to recover it. And they scored a goal. They had a very good chance with Richarlison's shot as well in the first half. That was well saved by De Gea. Yeah, it's been a very professional victory, no doubt. Professional performance. Ladies and gentlemen, one more minute left. Everton looking for a huge victory. And the fridge wants to take a bit of injury moment. And look, he's running again. The fridge gets down and he's running. And he's going to be a striker. The fridge is going forward. The fridge has the ball. First time pass. The fridge is now inside the box. Is the fridge going to score? Oh, Pickford comes out, knocks out his own player. 30 seconds to go. Match has ended. Even though my footage is continuing for 10 more seconds, we can see the match has ended. Cleared. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Big, big victory for Everton. Frank Lampard, take a bow, take a bow, take a bow. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, if Frank Lampard can manage to keep Chelsea Football Club, if Frank Lampard can manage to keep Everton Football Club afloat, he will earn some sort of my respect for him being a manager. Everton players are buzzing. Bruno Fernandes looking like, bro, you did nothing. You did nothing. Once again, you did nothing. Gordon's goal. Look how happy these Everton players are. That's a big, big victory, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the Everton fans, extremely happy as well in the bigger scheme of things. I did not expect them to win. But then again, I probably didn't expect Man United to win. Probably expected a draw. Huge 3 points. Huge 3 points. Ishan, final thoughts before we wrap things up.
Uh, Frank Lampard just won a game against Man United. That is unbelievable. I mean,
I
yeah,
don't think he's
if
ever done
he,
that for Chelsea Football Club, did he? Oh, yeah, he did. FA Cup, FA Cup, yeah.
yeah, I think so. If he manages to keep Everton in the league, that'll be a big achievement for him. But I think so. Still, there's a long way to go. You know what I mean? There are a lot of matches, a lot of tests. Huge, huge test for Frank Lampard. Let's see how it goes. But like I said, probably this was the expected result that he could, against a team like Man United. So yeah, big up to Frank Lampard and Everton. But then, A long way to go. Still a long way to go.
Still a long way to go. Ladies and gentlemen, big news, breaking news. Mason Mount cut his hair.
Oh, finally, finally, he
So
listened to me.
no more.
Brushing his hair. Average brush hair count.
Man was literally, the cross was coming in and Lukaku was missing the header and he was he was brushing his hair. He was more concerned about brushing his hair. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button whilst you're leaving the building. Still well over, nearly 90 of you guys are live. This has been a very good turnout. I'm very, very happy with this. I just checked the views. Nearly 3,500 views, which is incredible for a non-Chelsea
Smash
match.
the like button, guys.
Smash the like button. We are going to be back in 15 minutes time. The stream will start for the Chelsea match. So we shall see you guys in 15 minutes.
Wait,
make sure
before
you're
you
there.
pack up, Miz, before you pack up, there are 87 guys watching right now, right? Around 85, 87. How can you guys watch without pressing the like button, man? This is injustice, man. Come on. Smash the like button, guys, please.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen. You're nearly 100 now. 100 live now. I mean, Ishan Badra is talking to you. He's saying, smash the like button.
Just
Smash
the moment
the like
I
button.
talked, it's 100 of you guys watching. Smash the like button. It's always great. It's always great to come out and,
30 more likes away from 100 likes. Let's get those likes up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take about 15 minutes break. Exactly about 20 minutes before kickoff, we'll start the stream for the Chelsea match. Ishan and I will be back. Jonathan will be here as well. He may not be here straight away, but he'll be here 5-10 minutes down the track. So it'll be a three-way special with the Watchalong Chelsea match, Southampton versus Chelsea. We shall see you guys very soon. Smash the like button on the way out. We'll see all you guys very, very soon. Until next time, see ya.